There are times when miracles take place in this chaotic world that we live in, and one of those miracles is taking place right at this very moment. There is a possibility that Ripple will soon prevail in a legal dispute with the Securities and Exchange Commission. In addition, this is a signal that is extremely bullish. For the purpose of demonstrating that the court matter may be resolved prior to the summer, this film includes evidence that was submitted by specialists, analysts, and even the CEO of Ripple. What is even more surprising is the phenomenal growth of XRP Ripple, which is something that experts are predicting will happen. There is no way you can afford to miss it. Let's jump right in. I hereby defer. The information was first disseminated by Crypto Barbie in a tweet that sent ripples throughout the cryptocurrency world. The SEC has requested that Judge Torres render a final decision in the Ripple XRP lawsuit. The two of us are quite close. Not only does this new revelation constitute a critical milestone in the ongoing legal struggle between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission, but it also carries substantial ramifications not only for Ripple and its XRP token, but for the whole cryptocurrency market. The severity of the matter is highlighted by the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC request for a final judgment and fines that exceed $2 billion. The regulatory scrutiny that blockchain-based initiatives are subjected to, as well as the possible repercussions for the stakeholders of those projects, are brought into sharp relief by this. As the Securities and Exchange Commission pursues Ripple for permanent injunctions, disgorgement, and civil penalties, the cryptocurrency industry is forced to grapple with the ramifications of these actions. Executives and fans of Ripple have voiced their intense opposition to the steps taken by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), describing them as inappropriate and damaging to innovation. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, expressed his disapproval of the proposed penalty. The absence of allegations of fraud and the extraordinary nature of the SEC's demands are brought to light here. During this time, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, expressed his dissatisfaction with the SEC's punitive stance. He accused the regulator of employing intimidation methods rather than applying the law in a fair manner. The resolution of this legal dispute is of incalculable importance to those who own XRP and those who are passionate about it. Ripple's reputation and its utility within the larger cryptocurrency ecosystem could be profoundly affected by a final ruling against the company, which could have potentially far-reaching consequences. A significant factor that has already contributed to the volatility of prices is the uncertainty that surrounds the regulatory standing of XRP. The coin has experienced significant variations in response to developments in the legal system. Furthermore, the ripple effect of this case is not limited to XRP and Ripple alone. It sends a tremendous signal to the whole cryptocurrency market, which shapes perceptions of the risk posed by regulatory authorities and the confidence of investors. It is possible that the conclusion of this litigation may establish a precedent for future regulatory proceedings against digital assets, which will have an impact on the overall trajectory of the cryptocurrency business. Ripple's prospects continue to be seen with optimism by certain individuals, despite the fact that the case is fraught with uncertainty and worry. The lawyers that advocate for XRP claim that the brief concerning remedies does not include any surprises. It is expressed that Ripple is confident in its capacity to overcome the upcoming legal obstacles. Nevertheless, concerns continue to be raised regarding Ripple's compliance with court orders and the potential ramifications for the company's business operations for the company. In spite of the legal battles and the lack of clarity over regulations, there is one question that looms big. What is the future of Ripple and the XRP coin that it uses? Is it possible to find a solution that does not include the imposition of weighty fines? As the investigation moves into the next stage, Ripple's huge network and unwavering community support come into play, which may indicate a potential turn of events that might completely change the game. What follows may come as a surprise to you and may indicate a seismic shift in the landscape of the cryptocurrency industry. Keep an eye out for the next revelation, since it is sure to be nothing short of remarkable. In addition to capturing the interest of the cryptocurrency community, the legal struggle that is taking place between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has also. However, it also brought up worries regarding the wider ramifications for the current state of the financial sector. It's not just a courtroom drama, it's a high-stakes game, and it goes beyond that. There will be far-reaching repercussions as a result of this strategic maneuver. This legal fight can be traced back to a critical moment when Bill Hinman proclaimed XRP to be a security on his final day in office. This declaration laid the groundwork for the ongoing proceedings between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). The question is, however, whether this action was solely a regulatory decision or whether it was a part of a broader chess game that involved major financial firms such as Goldman Sachs. Insights concerning discussions that took place behind the scenes, such as the revelation that 15 executives from JP Morgan had met with Ripple, allude to a more profound tie between the two companies. It should not come as a surprise that influential figures in the regulatory scene such as Gary Gensler and Bill Hinman have connections to Goldman Sachs. This gives rise to a number of intriguing considerations regarding the reasons behind regulatory measures and the possible alignment of such activities with the interests of financial multinational corporations. Regarding Ripple and its ongoing legal struggle with the SEC, what does this imply for the company? The emergence of stablecoins that are backed by big financial institutions has the potential to change the regulatory landscape in a way that provides Ripple with an advantage. A rising number of people are becoming aware of the disruptive potential of blockchain technology as initiatives that are supported by Goldman Sachs gain pace. There is one thing that is not in question as the judicial proceedings continue to unfold and the cryptocurrency market prepares for the possible outcomes. In the matter between Ripple and the SEC, regulatory compliance is not the only issue at hand. It is a fight for the future of the financial industry. In addition, the stakes have never been higher than they are now, since significant players such as Goldman Sachs have entered the competitive arena. There is one thing that becomes abundantly evident as Ripple navigates the tumultuous waters of its legal struggle with the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). This is not a business that is content to rest on its laurels while the storm rages. Ripple, on the other hand, is able to take opportunities even when they are presented to them. Nevertheless, what precisely is Ripple planning to do? What different techniques are they employing in order to guarantee that they will emerge triumphant from this legal confrontation? Stay closely, because what is going to happen next is going to be nothing short of a game changer from the very beginning. Ripple, which is frequently praised as the most systematically important firm on earth by aficionados such as Chad Stingreber, is ready to transform the landscape of the global financial system. Ripple has boldly asserted that it will become the new world bank, and so has set its sights on altering the very basis upon which international finance is built. The digital asset known as XRP, which is ideally positioned to transform international financial transactions, is at the core of Ripple's global mission. Traditional banking systems, which are plagued by slow processing times and high fees, are not the same as online banking systems. XRP allows for transactions to be completed very quickly at a fraction of the cost. This unmatched speed and efficiency has attracted the attention of world banks, including the Federal Reserve, which is a major player in the financial industry. The recent disclosure that FedNow, the immediate payment system used by the Federal Reserve, processes XRP transactions for instant USD withdrawals is another evidence of the growing prominence of Ripple and XRP in the ecosystem of the financial system. The announcement that Uphold had confirmed this cooperation sent shockwaves to travel across the XRP community, generating speculation on the possible implications for broader adoption. However, what is it about XRP that interests organizations such as FedNow so much? Speed is not the only factor to consider. Interoperability and scalability are also important qualities. The cutting-edge technology behind XRP makes it possible to integrate it without any problems with the existing financial infrastructure, so providing a connection between cryptocurrencies and conventional forms of financing. This paves the way for a plethora of opportunities to facilitate transactions on a global scale that are both quicker and more efficient. There are still questions that have not been resolved regarding the degree of XRP's function within the FedNow network, despite the fact that the confirmation of Uphold represents a significant milestone. Nevertheless, the repercussions are crystal evident. Both Ripple and XRP are gaining popularity in existing financial institutions, which is paving the way for a future in which cryptocurrencies will play a fundamental role in mainstream finance. Ripple is continuing to establish relationships and push the frontiers of innovation, and the XRP community is eagerly anticipating the next chapter in this adventure that is breaking new ground. As each new advancement occurs, as time goes on, the promise of a financial system that is more inclusive and efficient and is powered by XRP gets stronger.